Guys, welcome to Crusader expansion for Medieval 2 Total War. This is a Kingdoms expansion. I'm not sure how you actually meant to say that. I should have really checked that. But anyway, this is an amazing 1v1. Like I'm gonna try not to tell you as much as, but this 1v1 for the most intense battle I've ever done in my whole entire life. I am versing SaxonKing. You know, we all love SaxonKing. He's also on YouTube. You know, if you're subscribed to me, you would know SaxonKing. And if you're, yeah, well, anyway, let's just quickly get into the armies. I'm playing as the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Yeah, okay. This was my formation. Here's my front line. This is with all my Kingdom of Jerusalem dismounted knights. Whoops, I read the name of it. Dismounted Knights of Jerusalem. I've got a lot of them, quite a lot of them. You could say that. And they just look freaking awesome. I'm gonna get some nice close shots. I'm gonna get lots of really close-up shots of the battle. And yeah, I've got a sort of this great cross of Jerusalem just to keep my men motivated. Got a sort of cav here, but okay. SaxonKing thought I spammed these guys, but I didn't. These squads are squads of 90, and an average squad of cav in every other team is like 45, so these are twice as much as normal cav. So I bring a little bit more cav than I usually do, but it's because this team is basically on their cav. It focuses on their cav. Their infantry is not that great. They have pretty good cav. Anyway, I had two squads of cav, but they're getting chased by these horse archers, and I hate horse archers so much. So I'm just gonna keep on chasing them until they get to the border of the map. And yeah. Okay, let's look up what's on my heel. Also, I'm using this this river as an advantage, so they can't flank me. As you can sort of tell, my front line getting ready for combat. Looks pretty cool. We'll get into Saxon's army in a sec. On this hill, I have crossbowmen, two bombard. Is that just what they're called? Bombard. I've got two more crossbowmen, and behind each I've got like a I'm lost for words. I've got a spear squad, or they're called Templar Sergeants or something. That's behind them, just in case they do try and get me with cav. But anyway, these crossbowmen are pretty awesome. But anyway, look, we've front combat now. As you see, these guys have all been shot down by crossbows, so they're pretty deadly, these crossbows. Anyway, we're now in front combat. My dismounted Knights of Jerusalem are now in combat. Let's try and get good fight with these. Anyway, you'll see something awesome that he does that I was not expecting in a sec, and it's freaking awesome. Oh, I think I just missed it. Oh god, no. Alright, anyway, I'll tell you what he did. These guys. Greek fire throws. I can't believe I missed that. I'm actually really upset. Alright, if Saxon does put this up, you'll see that, because I can't believe I missed that. I'm really misjudging the time, because this actual battle we did took about an hour. But this is not going to be anywhere near an hour, because you would not understand how much lag we had. Like, seriously, like, I've never had so much lag in one game in my life. It was absolutely crazy. It was like impossible. We were both like raging. Like, this is probably the last time we're ever going to do a medieval. Third ages are okay, but this is the maxed out army and stuff. Anyway, I was trying to flank him here, but he caught me without actually looking. So he's killed a bunch of my cav right there. So not too good, but they're just going to keep on running through. My infantry is getting absolutely owned against his men. I don't know much about this game, so yeah, he's also getting some hammer and anvil strikes. Oh, look at this, look at this. Look at that. How freaking awesome was that? He's a Greek fire throws, remember? Anyway, my men are having some massive rout party because they're just pretty scared. This thing wasn't enough to keep him like that. Anyway, he's going to rush these guys as well. These are spearmen, so I don't think he's going to put his cav in there for too long. Anyway, it's time to bring down some of my spearmen and stuff like this from up here, because I've lost this infantry fight a lot. The only thing I've got left is my cav. So he's taking out all of my swordsmen and stuff like that. All I've got is a few spearmen. So at this point, what I need to do is I need to work with my spearmen really well. Obviously, my spearmen are not going to last that long in front combat against his swordsmen and stuff like that. That's why I need to use hammer and anvil strikes, because at this moment, I've got a lot of cav. Look at this, taking some good shots at my cav as well. At this point, it was like there was a bit of glitches, like they wouldn't charge when I wanted them to. It was okay. There's some more over here. Oh, what happened there? So he's killed his fire throws. Anyway, all my crossbowmen should be firing at these cav. We're getting a nice charge against my men. Who now I just quickly turned around there. Not very realistic right there, but I'll turn them around. Anyway, I killed some of his horse archers over here. Let's quickly look over here. But he's killed a lot of my cav on the way. Look at that, all on the way. But as soon as we get in combat, I'm gonna kill him. Even though he still did do well in front combat. He still got those horse archers, by the way. But I need these cav back in the fight because I'm losing this fight a lot quicker than I thought, to be honest. But SaxonKing did a really good job of breaking through my front line and doing some hammering anvil strikes. Yeah. Okay, SaxonKing's going to do his defensive position of men facing either way because he knows that all I've got left is pretty much cav and crossbows and a few of these cannons. They weren't very good. The first hit I did was like here, so actually that was pretty impressive actually. Actually no, it was over here actually because that was horses. Yeah, it was them.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Okay, at this point here I'm rushing my spearmen and stuff like that over. Here's my first spear squad taking on these men. Oh, by the way, SaxonKing is playing as the Byzantine Empire. I didn't get too much into his army, but I'm sure we can see that. Have a look at the end, because things happen so much quicker. Because I wasn't expecting the battle to be this quick, because it took like an hour to actually do this battle. Anyway, these guys are tired because they've been chasing those horse archers for a while. So I'm obviously not going to keep these guys in the fight in a fight for long. But now we're chasing down these guys. Didn't work out too well. These guys are surprisingly surviving. As you see, they're still taking on these guys. Surprisingly, yeah. Anyway, here's a big fight now. We're gonna get a nice charge. I'm gonna try and like get some good view of the battle right now. I'm just gonna keep it here for a while. Pretty cool. It's a lot. I have a lot of cav. He thought I spammed them, but I didn't. But I think he was joking because he can't talk about that freaking troll army he did against me on 3rd Age. That was so funny. Good times. Anyway, he's got this little squad here. I think this might be his leader squad. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, this is his leader squad. And he's just going to try and do some last hope for his army. Oh wow, look at that! He did a backflip. He also has some. He had look. Me and Saxon shared the same forts. He has some exact same cannons. He's firing some in at me as well. But they're not as far away. And he plus SaxonKing came to me as well. So that sort of moved as well. So now we get some last hammering anvil strikes. I think that's about it.
My lord, only half our force remains.
So now half my army remains. So it's very close, very close. These are the only guys that are left from my front line. So SaxonKing did an amazing job of destroying my front line. Look at that, bodies everywhere. That's about it. These guys actually survived, so that's pretty good. This horse archer squad, I'm now going to go from both sides because these guys are freaking. I'm not sure if they had. Oh, at this time, actually I did this battle about a few hours ago. At this time, I didn't realise that they had that they ran out of ammo, so I would have just charged them anyway. Now he's going to try and get some last few charges, but these guys are spearmen anyway, so not too good. See, this was definitely. It was not a clear victory, okay? It was definitely not a clear victory because he wiped out my whole front line. So yeah, it was a clear victory, but to be honest, it was not clear. I thought I was gonna get. I thought I lost from the start, to be honest. So casualties inflicted. It was all my cav. These are all my cav. I had a lot of dismounted Knights of Jerusalem because this team does not have many good swordsmen. Like, I don't know. Plus I don't really know anything about this game, so I can't really talk, to be honest. The Templar crossbowmen got no kills. That's kind of weird. Huh. They got 1 kill. Doesn't sound right. Oh well. Oh no, that's. Oh wait. No, wait, that's sustained. This is inflicted. So crossbowmen did pretty average to go back. That's got 86. That's nice. You think about it, that's a lot of bolts in people's heads and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, I wish I could show you the map again. Actually, wait. I'm gonna bring it back and from the beginning and just show you what I wanted to actually do. So yeah, I'll show you guys in the back. I'm just gonna show you like Saxon's army, and then that's about it. Okay, I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so we're back on the battlefield before anything happened. This is just a split second after deployment stage ended. So here's my front line. I've got all my Knights of Jerusalem. Okay, so what I realized I had this hill. Okay, and I don't think Saxon would have gone front combat with these or something. I just wouldn't see that happening. So I saw him put all his men to the side. So what I could do is if I can get my men close enough, he's gonna have to attack my front line. So what I did is I moved my front line here. I'm just gonna speed it up. As I go. Actually, no, wait. Let's look at Saxon's army before we get into the tactics. So here's three squads. Yeah, 3 squads of horse archers. And their little funny hats on. So these are Vantoria or whatever they're called. Over here, he's got a lot of infantry. These are Alomania. Sorry, I have a bit of a stutter if you haven't realised, and that happens a lot when I'm trying to pronounce these weird Byzantine names. These are Verigan Guard, I think that's how you meant to say it. Here's some more of those Alomania. Here's got some dismounted Byzantine lancers. They look pretty cool. They're just like swordsmen. Quite a few of them. Okay, back here, here's Greek fire throwers, and these guys are pretty crazy. I might show you of when they actually take a really good chunk of my knights out. Anyway, he's got a few of these bombard. They're exactly the same as mine. He's got 2 of them, and he's got a lot of these well, I don't really want to pronounce that. Thank you very much. But these are pretty much Cataphracts, and Cataphract are armored horses and armored. They're just amazing armor and pretty good attack as well. I think in Rome Total War, their attack isn't great, but their defense is amazing. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna play double speed here on Saxon's point of view. So he comes here. He's only got like a limited type of space. Obviously, we knew the battlefield was going to happen in this big open area. He couldn't really flank me around here. Plus, look at all the cav I've got on that side. So he must have known that I have some. I was going to camp. So well, not camp. He knew I was going to come from this side anyway. So he's keeping his cav quite close. Anyway, he knows about this, guys. So he's probably going to try and take him out with his cav. That's why his cav is still up there. Maybe he could have like quickly gone up here. But I think he misjudged how fast I got into the battle. I don't think he was expecting me to like move forward. But I don't know. SaxonKing will probably comment on this after that, and then he will see. Okay, so he's got his fire throwers. See, like here's some of the shots from my bombard. That's the first blood. Actually, no, not first blood. He killed a lot of my horses at this stage. Okay. Okay, so now front lines are getting into position. This is where the battlefield's going to be. That looks pretty cool. Let's watch these fire throwers do some amazing damage. Actually, really keen to see this. I'm not sure if he actually. Look at this. Look at that. Come on. Holy shit, that was freaking epic. That's all I wanted to really show. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a really good battle. Yeah, it was. This is the first time we've ever played this game. Actually, I've never actually really played this game at all. I've looked at the campaign, but I haven't really been in a battle, so it doesn't really count. My crossbowmen just taking lots of shots. Plus, I had the hill advantage, and crossbowmen don't have long range, so this hill really worked out for me. So yeah, guys, remember when you're doing a 1v1 or 1v1, always use the terrain as your advantage. As I used the hill here, it really did help me out, like from shooting behind their men. I killed a lot of men with my crossbows and stuff, and it really did help me out a lot. As you see, look, I'm taking a lot of his horses out. Look at that! Look at that! Did not see that in the battle. Plus, look at all these guys taken up by my crossbowmen. So crossbowmen are really good, and the thing with crossbowmen that once you need them to fight from behind, but you need to keep them protected. So that's what I did here with my spearmen. And yeah, and plus, by the way, we both had max cash, so we use up all these guys are all fully upgraded to as much as they can. So yeah. Anyway, this was an absolutely brilliant battle. I'll fight SaxonKing any day. We're very equal players. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm just going to show you a bit of the front on the one-on-one combat because it was pretty awesome. And then look, and just again, SaxonKing did an amazing job at flanking my men. My men really could not handle that from Saxon. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video again for the third time saying, and I'll see your faces later. See ya.